There is a UFO alien controversy surrounding Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico, where one of 3 UFOs allegedly landed in May 1971. The incident has been recently discussed by Moment of Contact filmmaker James Fox, who says the full video of the UFO landing exists, including the alien entities walking out of the craft. Holloman Air Force Base is the United States Air Force Base established in 1942 and located 6 miles southwest of the central business district of Alamogordo, New Mexico. The story begins in 1971, when Emmenegger and producer-director Alan Sandler were invited by U.S. intelligence to Norton Air Force Base in California to discuss the significant UFO phenomenon that had occurred previously and create a documentary film about it. Fox recalls the Holloman incident on Julian Dory podcast, published on February 25, 2023. He points out this happened not far from Socorro, where Lonnie Zamora had his famous sighting roughly a year prior of a similarly shaped, tic-tac white craft and beings walking around the UFO. It is believed that the administration of President Nixon did it to look strong in the science field for the upcoming 1972 re-election campaign. Emmenegger said that he was promised by the USAF officials to get the authentic UFO landing footage that happened at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico in 1971. One of the military's officials, named Paul Shartle, who was in charge of the audio-video department, said in a 1988 national television broadcast with Mike Farrell that he had watched the 16mm film of 3 disc-shaped craft. Fox revealed on the podcast that Alan Sandler told him on the phone call that he had seen 3 discs escorted by a military jet. Sandler told Mr. Fox that 2 of the discs peeled away while 1 wobbled to the ground. Fox said that the wobbling movement was similar to the footage he had seen of a UFO before. Emmenegger claimed that he personally visited the landing site and inspected the area where the extraterrestrial craft had been stored, and that the U.S. military and the alien visitors had held meetings that lasted for several days. Additionally, Emmenegger's production team was granted access to highly classified documents at DoD facilities, and they received assistance from military officials who had expertise in UFO-related matters, such as Colonel William Coleman of Project Blue Book and Colonel George Weinbrenner, who headed foreign technology at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Paul Shartle, who showed the footage to Alan Sandler, faced some men in dark suits that showed up from an unknown location and warned him not to speak of the incident. They confiscated the footage, stating that it was not supposed to have happened. Sandler did not inform Emmenegger for over 40 years. Emmenegger completed extensive research and film production only to feel cheated when the authorization to use real footage was withdrawn. Despite this setback, he went ahead and released his documentary UFOs, Past, Present, and Future, which was nominated for a Golden Globe in 1974. The documentary was groundbreaking because it provided information from the Department of Defense. The United States Air Force required Emmenegger to add animated footage of the alleged Holloman UFO landing. According to Emmenegger, some frames from the original footage were used during the editing stage with USAF authorization, which was not entirely missing from the frames. The viewers spotted a genuine bright disk coming down slowly in the distance against the backdrop of Holloman's surrounding landscape. David Cameron, a UFO researcher, shared in an interview that he was involved in confirming that the Pentagon was not covering up UFO sightings. He recounted the story of the Holloman Air Force Base film, where the government allowed producers to use 8 seconds of footage of a landed alien ship in a documentary, but the classified part where an alien got out was removed. Mr. Fox explains that the point of the story is that there is compelling evidence of an event occurring involving an unidentified object, and that there may be film footage of the incident. Despite the existence of this evidence, the story has been overshadowed by other sensational claims, such as secret meetings between President Eisenhower and aliens. While it is unclear what exactly happened, there is substance to the story and it should not be dismissed outright. However, the addition of other claims has muddied the waters and made it difficult to investigate the case of the president making contact with extraterrestrial life.